Hello, Super Saver. I hope you're having a good week. So, there was a fair bit of excitement about the new 17-week T-bill that was auctioned off last week. Here's the investment rate that buyers of this T-bill got. A bit more than 4.25%. Not bad. The thing is, this new 17-week T-bill isn't really new. It's basically a rebranding of the 119-day Cash Management Bill, or CMB. And yes, 119 days is basically 7 weeks. Per this announcement from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the US Treasury has announced that it intends to transition its 4-month or 17-week Cash Management Bill to benchmark status, with the first benchmark auction occurring on October 19th, 2022. So in today's video, I'll go through what cash management bills are, why the Treasury changed the CMB into a 17-week T-bill, and the 2 key things you should know about the 17-week T-bill. In a nutshell, CMBs are like T-bills, and the pricing and interest on CMBs also works like it does for T-bills. Here's a recap for those of you new to this. Say that you put in an order to buy $1,000 of 17-week CMBs. That $1,000 is the par value. What you would actually pay for that $1,000 par value of 17-week CMBs would be less. Let's say you pay $985. That's your purchase price. In this way, CMBs, like T-bills, are sold at a discount to par value. And here's how the interest on CMBs works. Again, just like with T-bills. If you hold these 17-week CMBs to maturity, what you would get back after the CMBs mature is this $1,000 par value. Subtract out the original purchase price of $985 and this $15, that's the interest earned on your 17-week CMBs. And yes, CMBs, again, just like T-bills, only pay interest at maturity when they repay in full. Cash management bills were initially designed as a quick, flexible way for the US Treasury to raise extra cash whenever it needed to. They supplemented the regularly scheduled T-bill auctions and enabled the US Treasury to simultaneously remain below the statutory debt limit while still meeting its projected cash requirements for any given period of time. Say, for example, before significant income payments are received, or before the government has to pay out a large sum of money to a third party, for whatever reason. And even better, the US Treasury could issue CMBs on any business day with very short notice. Compare this to the regular auction schedule that the Treasury has to plan and follow when it issues other Treasury bills, notes, and bonds. Now, while CMBs appear to have been designed originally to meet the US Treasury's one-off cash reserve needs, and not necessarily a security that would be issued regularly, since April 2020, following the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, they have been issued regularly to meet the government's cash reserve needs. In fact, as you can see from this spreadsheet that I downloaded from the Treasury Direct website, the 119-day, basically 17-week cash management bill has been issued on a weekly basis for quite some time now. And according to the US Treasury, weekly issues have ranged in size from $30 billion to $40 billion. And that's probably why the Treasury Department announced in its August 2022 quarterly refunding statement that they plan to transition the 4-month CMB, 17-week, 119 days, whatever you want to call it, to benchmark status, meaning the 17-week CMB will now officially be known as the 17-week T-bill and will appear weekly as a regularly scheduled auction security with your broker and on Treasury Direct. At least for now. As you can see here, the 17-week T-bill will be announced on Tuesdays, just like the 4-week and 8-week T-bill. Take note, though, that the auction date for the 17-week T-bill is the day after the announcement date. So, if you're placing your purchase order via a broker, be sure to set a reminder for yourself in your calendar. That's a pretty short window to be operating within. Many of you in our community know my preference for buying new issue treasuries at auction because of its cost effectiveness. Now, when it comes to selling, just keep in mind that as with any other T-bill, if you want to sell your 17-week T-bill anytime before maturity, you will need to do this via the secondary market. And you will have to accept whatever price the market will offer at that point in time. And for those of you new to T-bills, be sure to watch this video here on the top 9 things that you need to know about T-bills before diving into a T-bill investment. Here's the T-bill must-know checklist that I walked through in that video. Whoever thought there could be so much happening in the Treasury bills market? All right, Super Savers, as always, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget that thumbs up and see you again soon with another exciting wealth building video.